Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. I'm not muted. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. What is going on here? What is going on here? What is going on here? I am trying to print. I don't know why. I'm just going to stop this. This is going to fail. What is going on here with you? You just don't want to print this. Okay, well, that one's printing it fine. So I'll just run that twice. I don't know what it is. I've got a print right now I'm trying to do for the power armor. Or not the power armor, the Gundam suit. And it is just the most unlucky print. I've had multiple fails of the exact same print on multiple machines, yet the opposite side part, which is literally the exact same part, is just flipped. Print's fine. It's a very support heavy part, so I might have to do it on the XL. That's gonna be the crux of it. The joys of having multiple beds, by the way. You get a bad bed, you just swap it. What are you doing there? Right. Get rid of that. Where did I put that? Ah, there we go. Oh, I heard a ding. I heard a ding, 1 second. Take gunk off the printer. There we go. Who was that? Andrew Rogers gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. How's everyone doing today? It's Tuesday. We might get this guy moving. By the way, these Panda Edges from Victory Tech, I think I mentioned it last stream. I kind of joked, you know, when they first came out, like, oh, hey, it's a very expensive spatula. No, dog, this thing is great. Like it has, it gets under, like, when you know, the worst print to get off a bed is that, and look, it's got the little ramp there. So when it just, look at that. When you have a print that you cancel on the first layer and it's like right stuck to the bed, that is like the worst type of print to get off a bed. And this just like, it's actually good. It's actually really good. And it's magnetic, so yeah, I don't know. Go buy one. I don't have an affiliate link. But what you can do is you can win some Polymaker filament. Every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Also, newsflash, Polymaker is doing a big sale right now. I think it's their annual restock event right now. So if you live in Canada or the US, Polymaker is like 35% off right now. I think if you, let me actually pull up the site here. I have it pinned. I have the link pinned. Let me pull it up here because it's actually a pretty big sale. So remember, filament doesn't really go bad. But what is it? Yeah, it's like 35% off site-wide, free spool with a purchase over 150 and cash back and whatnot. Unfortunately, it is only Canada and the US. And I'm assuming the over 150 is American, not Canadian. That would be really nice if it was, but I don't know. But either way, save 35%. So if you want to stock up on filament and help support the channel at the same time, click that link in the video description or pinned in chat. That is an affiliate link. It won't cost you anything extra, but it will go a long way in supporting the channel. So time to go shopping. So yeah, what are we doing today? Today, if all goes well, I went shopping. I bought an extension cord. We might be powering this up. We should be powering this up for the first time. Normally I don't like jumping into stuff right when the stream goes live. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a tease for a bit, and we're gonna do some soldering first. Because I keep forgetting I gotta fix that one stupid connection that's short. So we're gonna do some soldering first, and then we're gonna power up the printer. That will, one, you never give away the ending right away, right? You gotta tease it for a bit. And two, it'll let everyone get here before we go live. 150 is both CAD and USD. Well, for my fellow Canadians in chat, save more because you'll get to 150 quicker in Canadian because our dollar sucks. Although our dollar's not doing that bad. It sucks for me because for those that don't know, I'm a YouTuber. So Google pays me. Google's American, which means technically I do get, some of my money does go to the American tax system. So that does give me permission to bitch about American government. But anyways, beside the point, when the Canadian dollar is low and the American dollar is high, it's good for me because I get more monies from YouTube from the conversion. The downside is the Canadian dollar is doing better right now versus the US dollar. And it's not because the Canadian dollar is doing any better. Our buying power is actually not that great. It's that the US dollar is dropping like a freaking rock. So I'm actually getting less money because of the conversion rate. Because the US dollar has dropped like 10% of its value or something stupid like that. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, let's go to the other side. Let's go to the other side. Let's go to the other side. What's going on over here? What's going on over here? Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the other side of the garage. I can see you now. So, fun fact, I bought an extension cord. I bought a big Chungus extension cord. I went shopping on Sunday to go look for an extension cord. Behold, extension cord. I went shopping and I figured, you know what? I'll go to like the hardware stores, right? Home Depot, Lowe's, Rona, those kind of places. Crappy Tire, Princess Auto. I figured, you know, one of them would have, one of them would have 20 amp extension cords. No, no, none of them did. I had a daylight 6 in the XSL. Hopefully this MCU lasts more than a day, unlike the old one. Hopefully. Yeah, none of the stores had them. So I drove around all day Sunday. And by drive around, I mean like they're all in the same area. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But anyways, I spent my day driving around and nobody carries big honking extension cords or 20 amp extension cords. For those that don't know, a 20 amp extension cord, it's still 110 volt for North America. It's just, instead of both prongs being vertical like this, one's vertical, one's horizontal. That way you can't plug anything that is designed to take 20 amp into something designed for 115, but you can go the other way. So this is a 20 amp extension cord. This is your standard C14 plug. This will plug in. So that will plug in, but you can't go the other way. So also cables work better when you plug them in. Do we got power? We got power, sweet. So what are we doing? There's a little plug right here I have to solder quickly. It is for the LEDs under here. And honestly, I probably could just ignore it for now. But I want to give people who are late to the stream a chance to get here in time so that you can watch the sparks. Because sparks are good. What do we need? Well, actually, I shouldn't have to worry about any of this because I can just solder red to red, yellow to yellow, and whatnot. So that'll go there. Today I learned I have a 20 amp circuit in your garage. You would be surprised how common it is to get 20 amp circuits. It's not super uncommon to do 20 amp. The reason you might not see it a lot is simply the fact that you don't need it in your house, but in a place like a garage, it gets surprisingly handy. It is surprisingly handy in a garage because, especially nowadays, with EVs becoming a little bit more common, people are wanting to charge EVs. And when you are charging EVs, you need a little bit more amperage. So yeah, like I put a 220 plug in my garage. I'm not gonna put the LED. No, I did put the LED. The wires are too short. I have to extend the wires. So I'm just soldering little extensions on the wires. So it'll just take me a minute here to do this. And then we'll plug it in. And then we'll power up the printer. So while I'm doing this, This gives everyone at home a chance to enter for their chance to win some Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Do this now because we're going to do the draw at the end of stream today, which will probably be around 1 o'clock. Again, unfortunately, it is summertime, so we do have the slightly shorter time scale to work with. And I probably shouldn't be soldering over my laptop. Framework, I love you, but I don't think you're solder proof. So let's move that. Got a 220 in your garage, but that's for the welder. I put a 220 out here for the Milo. And also if I ever do need it. Because, you know, if I ever get an EV or something, it would be nice to be able to just plug it in at 220. That would be very nice and easy to do. Hot. Soldering without my my stuff is fun. I am so gonna burn myself. Okay, let's just do this. Do this. Because I'm just tinning the wires. There we go. Now, I need my snips. I need my snips. I got snips right here. What iron do I use? It's a TS100. My TS100 plugged into a 24 volt power supply. That it's also the 24 volt. It's literally like one of those really cheap, you know, power supplies you can buy off Amazon. One of these guys. It's like 350 watts or whatever. But I bought it specifically for this, and also if I need to do drone stuff, if I need to charge my drones, I use it for charging my drones. So for charging the drone batteries, I use it for that. So I soldered on and printed a little case for it. No, I don't have the files for it. Unfortunately, I wish I did because I've had so many people ask me for them. But I did it years ago, and I saved the files somewhere and I don't know where they went. But anyways, long story short, it's got a bunch of XT60s in it, so I can plug, you know, chargers in or whatever. So it's actually a nice little setup, I will say. So the most ridiculous extensions sometimes. Dude, when I used to work at the mold shop, we had these stupid extension cables that we had to use sometimes for the welders or the hydraulic cart, because we'd have to run the hydraulics on the mold outside of the press sometimes for like testing. The wire was like this thick, right? And it was like a 480 volt, 440 or 480. And the plug was like this. The problem is I worked in a mold shop. So there are cuts and people cutting metal and whatnot. So there's like chips and just, the problem is moving these cables around, you would always cut yourself because you would get like, chips would get embedded in the cable sleeve. And you would just like, these wires were filthy. And you would just, while handling these, they just suck the handle. Okay. That's that one. Okay. Black to black. Ooh, come on, come on. Okay. I love holding wires by hand while trying to solder joints. Luckily, it's just an LED, so it's not like it's crazy high voltage or anything, but still, it's a bit annoying. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy, lemony squeezy. So get my heat gun, and by my heat gun, I mean a torch. So I'm still missing that fan, unfortunately. I'm still missing that 3007 fan. I still gotta grab that, so. Shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Also, the parts are CNC, so a little fire won't hurt them. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? So you can now, ooh, hot. Okay, let those cool for a minute. Those cool for a minute. Wait, do I have tweezers over here? Do I have something I can poke this with? Keep bumping into this stuff. There we go. No, get in here. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now, we should be able to power this up. Let me just make some room here. We should be able to power this up now. So, chat, I'm gonna need you to place your bets. Do it not go sparky spark, or do it go sparky spark? I'm gonna need your opinions, chat. If this was Twitch, this is where we'd be gambling points. Because I think we're ready to plug it in. Fysetc can take 6S, can't take. Yeah, look at the TS100. TS100 just has a barrel jack instead of the USB-C, but I do have an adapter to plug it to a 4S. The biggest batteries I have are 4S, so. Okay. Let's see, how are you printing? Are you printing good? These parts are so annoying to me because it's all support. I need so much support for printing them. Okay, clean up all these wires. Some room here. Oop. Run into the bike. Okay. Off the bed. I don't want to accidentally, I'm going to leave some tools over here, but I don't want to accidentally damage something. Because the plan is, if all goes well, I should be able to just plug it in and power it up. And it should just boot up. But I don't know if we have firmware on here. I legit don't know if we got to go through the whole firmware dance or if it has something pre-installed. We'll find out. So here we go. Off. Plugged in. Okay, so we got power. Everything's off. Let's, you know, if it's gonna spark, might as well have a good camera view of it. Right? If it's gonna spark, might as well have a good camera view of it. Is that good there, guys? Is that good there? Okay. Power supplies, I did check the power supplies. They are set for 115 volt. So we are good there. Let me just double check that I didn't go and plug any red, neutral, neutral, neutral. Everything looks good, I believe. I'm so paranoid. Okay, I think we're good. Everything's plugged in. I don't smell anything. Okay. Contact. We got a light. It made a thunk. There's like a switch somewhere on this. Green light, green light. We got a red 24 volt on there, 5 volt light, 3 light. Wait, seriously? We got Clipper. It's got Clipper. It's got Clipper. We got Clipper. 1 second. We got Clipper on this already, apparently. Now I get to try and spin this without, you know, breaking stuff. And this is why I put it on a bench. I'm catching something. What am I catching? Oh, the power cable. Okay. We have Clipper is attempting to start. Clipper is attempting to start. The screen location is a joke. Well, where else would it be? Menu. Network. Let me connect it to my home network, I guess. Okay, you don't need to see the password, so you can zoom in on my back while I type this in. Yeah, I know Clipper is not able to start. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Look how close in on my face. Look how blown out my face is with the lighting. Look, I'm getting gray hairs in my beard now. Getting old sucks. Okay, come on. Okay. Save. Come on, connect. Come on. I'm waiting on it to hit save. Waiting on it. It should be working. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that means I can connect to this. 1 second here. No, oh shoot, give me a 192.168.110. That. Behold, we are connected. We are connected. MCU SB combo unable to connect. Once the underlying issue is corrected, use the firmware restart command. So machine SB combo. So let's see what the manual says. Let's go back to the manual. Let's go back to the manual. But it's alive. It's online. Granted, all our belts are loosey-goosey AF, so I'm gonna have to tighten all those up. But I think we're online. Let's go to the manual and see where the manual leaves off. I will say it's a little underwhelming. It just powered up. Although I will say the thunk when the connector, contactor, whatever the relay powers up, that is satisfying. That is a nice ka-thunk. Also, I don't know what circuit this is on. I have two 20 amp circuits in the garage. I know one circuit has these printers on it that are one's currently printing. I had 2 printing earlier. But all these printers are in one circuit. These 2 were on another circuit. I unplugged that so I could plug in that, but that's not a big deal. These are all on a power, these were all on a power strip. So these printers are on one circuit. These printers are on one circuit. I am currently plugged into the circuit that these are plugged into. Now, granted, none of these are printing, so it shouldn't be an issue. However, I don't know what circuit the computer is plugged into, because when I wired it up, I did 2 plugs here, 1 for each circuit, and then I did alternating here along this wall. And I was smart and I totally forgot to label them, which one's circuit A and which one's circuit B. And then I also have a circuit C, which is a 15 amp circuit out here. So there is a chance if something goes wrong with the big guy, the computer shuts off if I blow the circuit. Now, granted, it's a modern panel. I just open up this box here and I flip a switch and we get the power back. But just be aware, if I go, hey, let's try this, and all of a sudden the stream dies, I blew a circuit. So yeah. Okay, let's see. So this is all for wiring, for panels and everything. Okay, get me to the electronic stuff. Calibration. Okay. The manual is designed for reference to build process of Venture XL. Additional about the build software setup and other initial data can all be found on our document. We recommend starting here. Okay. Firmware. RK, Cartographer, Spider Pro, SB Combo. Okay, it's gonna be annoying. Well, I got a feeling it's gonna be annoying. Second here. Let me connect to this printer. Cancel. All right. So this is this guy. So we are connected to big guy, which is error. So we got to install firmware for the SB combo. Do we have the V1 or the V2? I don't know. What is the SB combo? I'm assuming V2. Shoot, I can't remember which one we have. I'm assuming it's V2. Should be preloaded, just need to enter the UUIDs. Okay. That will save some time. SB combo. Scanner. Okay, so yeah, I do need to find the UUIDs. MCU SB combo. It is showing a CAN bus UUID there. Let's see here. Shoot, how do you SSH into this son of a bitch? Spider Pro, what would it be? What would it be? README, that's great. I know, but I'm trying to, is it, would it be Pi? All right, is it Fysetc? How do you spell Fysetc? Yeah, that's right. Yes. Okay, we're in. So it's Fysetc and Fysetc. Okay, what is my command to find my UUIDs? Clipper install. What is my UUID thing? LS serial dev by ID. Okay. No, not that. What is the? It's not LS. What is? LS. Well, that's all that, but I need the UUIDs. It's what's it called? What's it called? What is the CAN bus thing? Dev serial by ID. There we go. Trying to remember what the not Terminator. What? No such file or directory. No. Catapult. Yeah, because Catapult has a command for it. Catapult. LS serial dev by ID. No such file or directory. Showing crow's nest is down. It's up for 9 minutes. Catapult. Query can too. Command, what? I know it's crow's nest. Sudo query and two. See, I'm LTX has built one of these already. Let me actually double check that we actually have power to the tool head. Let me just make sure the tool head actually has power. I don't see any lights on the tool head. And we got no fan spin. Was I supposed to move any of the jumpers on the tool head? I don't see any lights on the tool head at all. We did plug it in. It is getting its 24 volts. So we got 24 volts going. I plugged into the right one. And the can is plugged in, but we got no power to the tool head. So maybe that's the problem. Am I supposed to flip? I've got switches. Was I supposed to do anything at the tool head? Because, yeah, I don't think I have power at the tool head. I don't think the tool head is, was I supposed to, there's jumpers on here. Let's see. No. Yeah, I got no lights on the tool head at all. I got no lights on the tool head. Let me grab my multimeter. I can check it, see if I got power going to the tool head. I got no power to the tool head. Open the config file in mainsail. There's the device button in the top right. Open the config file in mainsail. There's a machine. What do you mean config button? Devices button in the top right. That's the gears. Devices. Send me the command in my DMs. 1 second here. I'm not seeing any lights on the tool head. Clippy environment, canvas query 2. Zero UUIDs found. Zero UUIDs found. Open Clipper config. Devices, devices. Where is devices? Am I missing something here? It is plugged in. It is plugged in. It's all buried in CAN too. Yeah, something ain't right here. It's not talking to it. Something ain't right. Printer.cfg. There's printer.cfg devices. CAN 1. And 2. Okay, serial's working. USB is working. I don't have a video. 120 jumper. Let's see here. Let's go back to the toolhead board. Was there a jumper I was supposed to play with? Where's the wiring? Like, this is annoying because this is all I have is this one stupid image. And it's like, is it right? I don't know what's right because this is all I have. Was there supposed to be, I didn't play with any jumpers or any settings on the toolhead. I literally just plugged everything in. Let me grab my multimeter and see if we are getting 24 volts to the toolhead itself. So at least we can see if we're getting power to the toolhead. So DC. Yep, we're getting 24 volts to the toolhead, but I'm getting no light on it. I got no light on it. So yeah, so we are getting 24 volts to the toolhead, but I see no lights. I've got 2 switches in the back. The problem is I can't see what these do. My first MCU was unable to pull any units. Also, I replaced the MCU right away. So you're saying the board had issues? Like, I should get a light on here if we're getting power, right? Like, that's not heating up. That's not heating up. I should be getting something on the toolhead board, right? I got no lights. You'd think there would be an LED somewhere, but it's getting power. I've got 2 jumpers up top. Here, let me take a picture. There's a flip switch on it that might need to be flipped to CAN. Okay, let me turn it off. Let me turn the printer off. Turn the printer off. Set down. Okay, turn that off. And let me see if there's a switch here that I gotta play with. Dude, it goes ka-chunk when you turn this thing off. Like, chunk. Okay, let's see. I got 2 switches here. I can't see them, though, because there's a motor in the way. Let's see. Flashlight. It's set for... I got... The switch one is either CAN or USB. That's set for CAN. And then the second switch is... I don't know what the second switch is. Let me pull it up here. Pull it up on the... Pull it up over here. Venture XL. Firmware. Okay, so there's 2 switches on the back here. Show me the back. not found. Bloody hell. And I accidentally closed that. Image. That's that. Because there's these two jumpers here. So I have, let me see here. Share this on the live stream channel. There's that. So with it powered on, just so you guys can see. No, don't leak the secret VORON channels. That would be bad. Yeah. So got this. So I've got these two jumpers in here. This is how they came. And then there's two switches back here, and then there's a boot in that. But I'm not seeing any lights, but I did check the 24 volt pad. We are getting 24 volts. Okay. So one switch is for setting the board itself to CAN or USB. The other is for setting the ports labeled USB 2 to CAN USB. So for the other one, should that be CAN or USB? So should they both be CAN bus or CAN bus and USB? Because I'm assuming the top one would be CAN bus, right? And the bottom one would be, well here, let me, okay, they're both set for CAN. Let's see. I love the noise it makes when it powers up. It just goes chunk. Nothing is more satisfying than a chonky power switch. K7 panel. K7 mainsail OS beta. The fact that I'm getting nothing is a little concerning. You'd think there would be a light, or I would get fan spin on power up, and I'm getting nothing. And the cartographer is not lighting up at all. Like, pretty sure there's a light on the cartographer that's supposed to light up. Clipper is attempting to start. Yeah. This ain't good. And just try every permutation. Yeah. I'm just trying to see. There's a status light under here. Let me double check. I don't think that status light is on. That's the part that's a little concerning to me, is the fact that I'm getting no status light. Yeah, the LED ain't on at all. You would think that I would get a light. They've got lights on the main board. The power supply's got its lights. Luckily, the beds aren't getting hot, so we're good there. And the hot end's not getting hot. I've got 24 volts going to the tool head, but I don't know what's going on here. It'd be really nice if there was better documentation for this. Set the reset button. Well, the reset button still has the little tape on it. Wiring diagrams have some incorrect info. I mean, there really wasn't much to the wiring diagrams. They're just like, oh, these plug in here, move on with your life. And I'm like, okay. And half the stuff that plugs into the tool head is omnidirectional. So you don't have to worry about plugging it in backwards. And the only thing we don't have plugged in is this fan, but I don't think that matters. The hot end's plugged in, that's plugged in, and then we got LEDs. Whoop-de-doo. SB combo. Vector.cfg devices. Yeah, it's not showing anything. That's not good. That's not good. Because we're getting nothing. I'm getting nothing at the tool head. Like, do I move these jumpers? These are how they came, but I don't know. The capture tape isn't covering the button. Button is sticking out the back side of the board. Got me a PDF in Discord. Okay, let me double check. Okay. Let me see here. Ooh, am I on the right camera? No. Let me just double check, because I do have wires behind it. I just want to make sure I'm not pinching anything. No, nothing's touching. Yeah, nothing's touching. Oh yeah, the buttons are on the back there. Yeah, nothing's touching on the back. So somebody got me a PDF. Let me double check here. So SB combo V2. Do not use SB combo cable directly with V2. They're positive and negative potential in reverse. Using SB 1.3 cable will 100% damage the V. What? Okay, well, hopefully they sent me the right cable with the board. Hopefully they sent me the right cable with the board. Do I have a V2? Does it say on the side if it's a V2? Of course it doesn't have any freaking labeling on this side. Well, the other side. Can toolboard, stealth burner can toolboard. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see if it's V1 or V2. Like V2. So it is the V2 board. So hopefully they sent me the V2 cable. Okay, so we got a V2 board. Okay, so there's their power. The jumpers are different in the PDF. Okay, so let's see what the jumpers say. So that is IO. So what do I do with the jumpers? Okay, so CAN. So is a cartographer CAN or USB? Because right now I have it set for both for CAN. Jumpers. Okay, so that's 5 volt and that's 24 volt. So for the switches, the switch doesn't matter. Because this one is the switches. These are the limit switches. And right now it's set for 24 volts. And then this one is IO2. What do we got plugged into IO2? I think it's a fan. It's the LEDs, which hopefully the LEDs are 24 volts. I think they are. I think they are. Yeah, they're 24 volts, yeah. So the switches should be fine at 24 volts. They're just limit switches. I mean, I could switch them to 5 volts, but I don't think that matters. It shouldn't matter. This needs to be 24 volts. So I can, yeah, that plugs in there and that goes to there and that's plugged into the CAN thing on it. The fact that I'm not getting any lights on it is annoying. Because you would think I'd get something. Like the only thing I can think of switching is this one jumper, but I don't think this matters. Because it's their limit switches. So 5 volt for a limit switch or 24 volt for a limit switch, it shouldn't matter. Just a limit switch. If it can handle the voltage, it shouldn't matter. Unless it backfeeds. That could be bad. If it's no, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter, right? Somebody just sanity check me. It shouldn't matter. If they're both set for 24 volts. Yeah, both switches should be in the upper. Yeah, I have both mine are in the upper position too. because according to this, we are getting no communication with the SB combo. They're just clicky switches. They're just switches, so it shouldn't matter. But the fact that we're not talking is annoying. Let me double check. Did I install Clipper? It should be installed already. It should be installed already. But the fact that it's not showing up on any UUID or anything. Whoa. What just beeped? What just beeped? Is that my... Did my laptop beep? Why would my laptop beep? Oh, multimeter. Yeah, no, I plugged it into 24 volts, so it is plugged into 24 volts, so I didn't do something stupid and plug it into, like, not 24 volts, so we're good there. 24 volts. Yep, that's that. Yep, that's plugged into 24 volts. That is LH. Let me double check the Spider Pro wiring. Double check the Spider Pro wiring for the CAN bus. Because on the Spider Pro, it's showing yellow, green, white. Andy Miller, $20. Hey now. Hey now. I tried turning it on and off again. The main I mean, we should be getting. Well, the main MCU isn't connected via UUID, I don't think. Oh, no, it's shown there, the main MCU. Okay, we're not even getting the main MCU, so what the heck is going on here? Because I'm getting nothing under... Refresh. I'm seeing nothing then. I thought the main MCU would be part of, like, USB or something. What's the combo listed in the config? Is there, what do you mean a combo in a config? Cable issue? Shouldn't be a cable issue. It's a kit. It comes with it. I'm trying to see here because it's showing 2 CAN bus UIDs. Why is it showing 2? I know it's the SB combo MCU. Yeah, it's this one right here. Why is it showing me? I mean, here we go. Yeah, I don't have that. We just looked at this. Does the tool head board have a jumper switching between? Yeah, it has a switch, and they are both set to USB. Is there supposed to be something on the board I'm supposed to switch for CAN bus? Yellow, green, white. I don't think that. Green, white. I don't think we have colors. We got black, green, white. Okay, so that should be good. Is there a jumper I'm supposed to play with down here? I got jumpers. I got a jumper, but I don't know if that does anything. There's one jumper here that's unpopulated. There's another jumper that's 5 volt or 24 volt. Those are fan jumpers, and they've already been changed over. Do we measure? Yeah, the toolhead board is getting 24 volts. The toolhead board is getting 24 volts, but I'm getting no light on it. And it's not showing up in here at all. Let's try something here. Oh yeah, I can't. I'd have to hide it all. No lights might, yeah, it might be a bad toolhead board. Because usually it checks MCU first. So MCU, if the MCU wasn't talking to it, it would error out on the MCU first. Because it checks down the list, right? It wouldn't show an error for, you know, this before this, if this was also having an error, right? Because it would check the MCU, it would be like, okay, we're talking to the MCU, and then would move on to the next thing. It's just the fact that it's not showing me any devices at all. I mean, we're getting serial. Getting USB. Both switches are set to CAN. You can't link in chat. If you want to link, you have to link it in maybe it's not flashed properly. It is set to CAN. It is set to CAN. Don't think there's a jumper here, but I don't know if I need to populate it. Let me Spider Pro. Let me see here. Where's Spider Pro? Venture XL firmware. Where is Spider Pro? Okay, show me pinout. I have a pad here, but I don't know what it's for. Yeah, there's a jumper here. Okay, there's no manual for this fucking thing? What the fuck? Yeah, there's a jumper here, but I don't know if I need to put that there. Because usually there's a jumper around CAN. Clipper log. We can check the Clipper log. Okay, let's see. Jesus. What is all this? Oh my God. Well, somebody was programming it in December. Oh, here we go. Error timeout. MCU. Well, we know about the 120 ohm, but it should be built in. We shouldn't have to worry about that. Oh, it can't even find the MCU. So yeah, it's not even the whole, do I have to flash it all? LTX, you didn't have to flash anything, right? Yours just booted up, right? Let me try power cycle. Let me do a quick power try. LTX, you said yours just powered right up, right? The fact that I'm not seeing any light on that is a little unnerving. So I've got a bunch of LEDs on the tool head board for everything there. And then unable to get in printer info from Moonraker. Clipper is attempting to start. What is going on here? What is going on here? I didn't have to flash anything. My first MCU was doing the exact same thing yours is. I spent about a week going through motions with no success and replaced it with a Spider Pro. So I might have to, we might have to, no, it's not even the toolhead board, because the fact is it's not even talking to the MCU. So I might have to contact Fysetc and be like, hey, we got a bum board here. Shoot. Are you gonna work this time? Work this time. Yeah, I'm getting no lights on the tool head board at all. Check the polarity of the tool head. I did. It's good. If you look at the bottom of the SBA, it mentions that the catapult config is set to enable status LED and other things. Yeah, there's no light on the tool head board at all. So there's no status LED. With their tool head board. No, they had an issue with the main controller. This was always going to be my concern with this printer. Was the last time we built a Fysetc printer, hardware wise, the printer was fine. It was just electronics had issues. Yeah. So, like, we're getting MCU SB combo firmware restart, and then it wasn't finding the MCU earlier. The fact that LTX was saying he tried for a week and then he ended up just having to replace the board doesn't bode well. I mean, I could just rip the whole freaking thing out and replace it with like a Leviathan. Could do that. But yeah. So we might have to contact, I may have to contact Fysetc and be like, hey, bro. Do it well. No, I'm not going to swap out hardware on a not unfinished kit if the manufacturer can get me replacement. Because I'm trying to review the kit. I need the kit to work before I start messing around with it. So what I'm going to do is we'll put the panel on. We'll put the panel on. We'll get the electronics panel on. We'll get that going. And what I will do is, does Clipper have the right UI? It's not showing anything. That's the thing. Like, here's the thing. All of this should be talking through CAN 2. Where's printer? And you can see here, nothing is showing up in CAN 2 for devices. Nothing is showing up on any of the CAN bus ports for devices. Something's not right here. Nothing, it's not seeing anything, and it all should be pre-flashed and pre-ready to go. And also the fact that we're getting no lights on the tool head board, and the cartographer which is also plugged into the toolhead board, is getting no lights. So something ain't right here. Something ain't right here, unfortunately. Like something ain't right. I mean, we powered it up. So we got that going for us. But I mean, like, we got nothing on the tool head lighting up. We've got, the switches are in the right spots. Like, if I just hit the reset button, will that cause anything? I could just hit the reset button, see if that makes a light flicker or something. On the main board here, I've got a 5-volt LED, a 12-volt LED. Yeah, the only LEDs I got on the toolhead board on are the whatchamacallits, the power LEDs. And then I have a jumper here connecting VP to V5 or 5 volts. So that's 5 volts from that. That's probably for the USB. And then I have an Ethernet that goes nowhere. And then there is a jumper called TBS or TB5 to TB something. And then there's the CAN MCU that's plugged in. Post CAN. No, that's all correct. I don't like the fact that this is exposed. I don't like the fact that the mains voltage is exposed right here. If I accidentally touch this, I get sparky spark. That's not good. We're not going to touch that. I'm going to put some Kapton tape over that right now. I'm going to just cover that with a little Kapton tape. Do I have Kapton tape out here? I should have Kapton tape out here. Kapton tape. I might not have it. Did the little guy steal my Kapton tape? The little guy stole my Kapton tape. Oh, he did. Oh, the little guy stole my Kapton tape. That little cheeky bugger. He stole my Kapton tape. He did. He did. That cheeky bugger. He stole my Kapton tape. I think I have more downstairs. Aluminum foil looks good too. No. Why would he steal my Kapton tape? Why would he doesn't even need Kapton tape. Cheeky little bugger. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're having it's an issue with the board. Because the fact that none of the CAN bus stuff is showing up, it should all be pre-flashed. It should just boot. And we're getting nothing, is making me a little concerned. The only thing I can think of, man, I really wish, they gave instructions with this. I have a jumper here between VP and 5 volt. That seems normal. And then this is unpopulated. I don't know if I should have a jumper on this or not. I don't think it would matter. Also, the fact when I turn it on, I'm getting no fan spin on anything is also a little concerning. The LEDs are solid. The LEDs are solid. You try DC to the Carto? Well, the Carto is plugged in via USB. The cartographer is plugged in via USB. Because there's a USB port on there. I'm really not liking this. Nothing is more annoying than when something almost works. Nothing is more annoying than when something almost works. And it doesn't. And you're like, okay, so what's going on here then? Because if I was, here's the thing, if I was getting the MCU talking and just the board, like the toolhead board not talking, that would actually be a little bit easier to troubleshoot. Because if I was getting, you know, the MCU was connecting, but I wasn't getting the toolhead board, okay, it's just a toolhead board issue. But the fact that I'm getting nothing talking is a little concerning. Because that could be a whole bunch of stuff. Or it could just be whatever part of this board controls CAN bus is just dead. And I'm thinking that might be the problem. Is whatever controls CAN bus on the main board, the Spider Pro, isn't working. Like, it's just not working. Because nothing is talking. And there's only one common thing, and that's the spider. The 120R must be populated by a jumper. Where is that on the toolhead board? Did I lose a screw? Did I lose a screw? I lost a screw. There's a 120 on the toolhead board. I don't see anything on here. There are no jumpers to populate on the toolhead board at all. Like, there are no jumpers on the toolhead board. The only two jumpers are the power ones. Like, on the toolhead board, where's the 120 jumper? There's jumper here, there's jumper here. There is no 120 jumper anywhere. Like, there is no 120 jumper. Like, we have these switches. These switches are both in CAN mode. There is no 120 jumper. Maybe it's 119. Oh, I can't wait till we're like in 5 minutes when people jump in and go, have you checked the voltage? It's like, that's the first thing I checked was the voltage. All right, confirm switches are in CAN mode. Yeah, the switches are in CAN mode. It should all be, I'm going off of the fact that LTX, who's in chat, has built one of these machines and it's running and everything just powered up. Like, everything's pre-flashed. Have I leveled the bed? No, I haven't actually. The bed is not leveled at all, but that shouldn't be a problem. That is too short. I need a longer screw. Check the E-steps. We'll check the E-steps after I regulate the plumb bob. We need to regulate the plumb bob. And make sure the stoichiometric ratio is correct. And then I'll level the bed. I know I have one in here. No, that's great. I'll just grab a longer one. All right. I mean, on the bright side, it looks really nice. Maybe I have to have the door closed. Maybe it's one of those like safety things where you can't power it up if the door is not closed. Maybe that's it. Maybe I got to close the door. The drivers won't have anything to do with it. Also, 5160s are overkill for a 3D printer. There we go. So that's that. And we gotta put the little latch on. I would put the latch on. Where is the latch? Here's the latch. How does this attach? 2 more screws? 2 more screws. Did I jump the flux capacitor? Dang it, I should have shorted the flux. If I had shorted the flux capacitor, we wouldn't be in this problem right now. Yeah, we got power to the spider. This is powering up, like, that's powering up. But we are getting nothing beyond that. Like, there should be a status light in the tool head board. That's not turning on. And we're getting nothing for, like, it's just like nothing is powering up, or nothing is talking. So something's not right. So I'm probably gonna have to contact Fysetc and be like, hey, so I got the printer built and I'm powering it up and nothing is showing up, because it's, even if stuff wasn't set up properly, right? Even if I had to like flash stuff, I would still be getting I would still be getting, you know, when I run an LS USB or the CAN UUID lookup, I would be getting something. I'm seeing nothing. That looks nice. But we're getting like nothing. Nothing is talking here. And that concerns me. Which is, and also the fact that somebody in chat who built one of these also had issues with the main board and had to get it replaced. That is leading me to believe that I'm having issues with the main board. On the power, no, we checked the voltages. Voltages are good. Yeah, I checked the 24 and the 24 volt pad on here. We are getting 24 volts to the tool head, but there's also a status LED that isn't lighting up. So disconnect everything from the board. It shouldn't matter. Everything that's plugged into the board is like stuff that doesn't give feedback. It shouldn't matter. Okay, why are you are being weird. This printer is being weird. How are you getting bad Z? You're Prusa, why are you getting bad Zs? Are you locked? You're locked. Why is my Z offset so bad on this? You know what? When one bed is being weird, try a different bed. Let's try this bed. Reprint. Try again. Line 63 in printer.cfg. Follow the instructions here to get CAN ID. I mean, okay. So that's built into the board, that. So let's see here. Let's see here. So here's the thing. You ready? Nothing. 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 That's the problem. It's not showing up with anything. I mean, here, we'll try this too. Yeah, like, something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. Ah, whatever. Yeah, see, it would find, like, it's not working. Oh, service, that's right. Sudo service clipper stop. Okay, clipper stop. So everything should be plugged into CAN too. Nothing. 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 Which we saw earlier when we checked it here. Nothing. So something is being really funky here. Commenting out the USBs won't do anything because it's still Clipper looking for them. Even with Clipper, now we shut down Clipper, it would still show up because it would show up normally when you do that. We've run LS USB, nothing shows up. Like, it shows a bunch of USB hubs, but nothing plugged into them. You see all connectors on the toolhead board? I mean, we can. The thing is, there's like nothing. There is literally like, there's like, the only thing plugged into the board are fans, thermistors, and the CAN board. Like there's nothing, and motors, which are all plugged in. Like everything's plugged in. Everything is plugged in. But nothing is, like, the fact that this isn't working. That's what's kind of annoying, is the cartographer has a built-in light and it should trigger when metal gets near. And it's not. In fact, let's double check here. Let's see. Yeah, let's get wires under the bed. That's always good. I'm getting no voltage to the cartographer. Oh, wait, maybe actually touch it and hold it. Why am I getting no voltage at the cartographer? Yeah, I'm getting no voltage at the cartographer. 5 volts. Getting 24 volts at the tool head. Something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. I don't know what. Yeah, I think we got a bad, I think it's just a bad board, guys. I really think it's just a bad board. You can actually see your, I mean, yeah, it sees that. How do you even put it in DFU mode? I don't have a manual for the controller. Does the yellow jumper on the ETH cable have one? Are you talking about this? There is no jumper on this. Should there be a jumper on this? Because I don't even know what this is, because there's no manual for this board. Should there be a jumper on this? Because I don't have a jumper on this. Yes. Likely yes. Okay. Jumper on that. Okay, let me find a jumper. Let's see if we have a jumper. Jumper, jumper, jumper. Because everything else was already pre-hooked up. Do I even have jumpers? Did they even give me jumpers? They didn't give me jumpers. They gave me a bunch of extra drivers. Might be able to steal some of these for that. Okay, let me see if let me look through my pile to see if I have any jumpers. I should have jumpers somewhere. Oh, there we go, jumper. Okay. Yours does not have a jumper on that. So LTX is saying his doesn't have a jumper on it, and his works fine. I'll put a jumper on it, see what happens. I mean, worst comes to worst, nothing happens, right? Worst comes to worst, nothing happens. Okay, so put a jumper on that. And now, turn it back on. Well, on the bright side, I don't smell burning. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Still no light on that. Printer is booting up. Printer is not ready. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we know all about the 120 ohm resistor. The thing is, this shouldn't need one. It should be built in. Clipper is not ready. It's attempting to connect. Like, there is nowhere to put a 120 ohm. I don't know what TB5 to TB9 even means. Like, it's kind of annoying. This controller doesn't have a manual. Error. Still saying error. Still stuck in startup. Repo is dirty. Clipper is trying to connect. I mean, this is the longest it's been trying to connect for. I'll give it that. Wonder if something, link in Discord. Just this really, yeah, SB combo unable to connect. Yeah, something's, we've already stopped Clipper and checked the UIDs. I mean, I could check it again now that it's booted up with that jumper, but we've already checked the UIDs. We've already checked the UIDs. The thing should be on CAN too. Nothing. Nothing. how to update that. If you encounter a problem, the MCU cannot be connected, or after updating Clipper main, it starts an error. And you update the Spider Pro consistent with all boards supported with Clipper. It's divided into following. Press R0 and don't release it. Press reset and release it after 1 second. Okay. Should I try this? Yep. There's no light at all on the tool head board. The tool head board has no lights on it at all. The main board has all its voltage lights on, but that's it. Just the voltage lights. No like status lights or anything, which is a little concerning. Yeah, I got a feeling I got bad electronics. Because Dylan, like, even if those two were swapped, we'd still see the MCU, and the MCU isn't even showing up, and the MCU is built into the board itself. Like, or not built in, but it's connected through the host thing. Like, it should all be preset up. That's the thing. It should all, like, literally, this machine is supposed to, you put it together and you turn it on, it powers up. And it run like Clipper runs. So the fact that it's like not running, so like let's, where is the actual man? It doesn't, I wish it showed the freaking manual for this. Yeah, so the header is circled in purple. So that's, yeah, that is the resistor. That's the cam port. So green L high. Let me double check it. Make sure the middle is L. Yep. Middle is L and then H. Yep. So those wires are plugged in correctly. Yeah, the tool head board's getting 24 volts. So these are correct. I mean, I could just put it in boot mode and see if it shows up. Does this have Catapult installed? Does this have Catapult? How do I see if this has Catapult installed? I'm really not a fan of these non-standard Clipper setups. Machine. Catapult is installed. Okay. You know what? I'm CD Catapult. Yeah, okay, we got Catapult. I could put it into boot mode and try reflashing the main board. And then as a flash, it should be in default. It should be flashed. Because the thing is, if you look at the manual, when you get to the end, it's like, get help. Next step, calibration. Okay, so we go here. To do tasks. Share a perfect wiring to, yeah. Known issues. Motor line repair. So that's not an issue. Add bottom cable cover, not an issue. Yeah, like it should boot right into the machine. Like it should be all pre-flashed and everything. Like, I shouldn't have to do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna chalk it up. I'm gonna email them after the stream ends. I'm gonna email them and just be like, hey, yo, no, we got a problem. Kit's built, wired up correctly, but it is not doing what it needs to do. What should we do here, boss? And yeah. And then also, here's the other thing. I want to get instructions from them on how to fix this. This is their kit. I am reviewing this kit as a printer. Like, here's the thing. Yes, I can easily just rip out all these electronics right now, slap a Leviathan in it and a Nighthawk and move on with my life. And if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would probably do that, okay? Because I have that hardware. I just rip out the tool head board, rip out the main controller, and just swap in stuff I already know works and move on with my life. Problem is, we're trying to check out the kit. And now I have a problem with the kit. So now I'm gonna contact the manufacturer and be like, yo dog, I bought your kit, or I bought your kit. I got to this part where I got it built, I turned it on, and this is what's going on. What should I do? So I'll see how they reply to that, which is another good, judge of content. Because I've spoken to other people that have this kit and it just powers up. But some other people had issues where they had to swap out the main board. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to contact them and be like, hey, yo, here's what's up. So, so we got about 20 minutes then to kill because this is obviously not working. So I'm gonna turn the printer off. That is kind of annoying. I was really hoping to get this moving today. Plug that. So, also I'm gonna tell them to send me another fan. Be like, yay, send me another fan. Things being hit miss, yeah. Well, LDO doesn't make these kits. What is the TLDR? We got it mechanically built, but we're having issues with the electronics. The printer is supposed to be ready to go. You put it together, turn it on, and it goes. But we're having an issue where basically nothing over CAN bus is working. So that means like none of the MCUs for the tool head board, the screen, nothing is showing up. Basically nothing is showing up because the controller is in the screen and it's connected to a ribbon cable to the MCU, which is in the electronics box there on the right, and nothing is talking. So I mean, if they tell me go ahead and try reinstalling the firmware, I'll do that. And I'll try one, and if one works, then I'll do the rest on stream Friday. But I really don't want to I don't want to fix it in a way that doesn't make sense for what somebody would be doing if they were building this kit at home. Because what happens when you buy something from somewhere and you're following the instructions and it stops working, or something isn't working or isn't behaving the way you expect it to, you contact the manufacturer. And that's what we're going to do here. So I want to see what they say about this. So yeah, it's built, but the brain is dead. So don't forget, I'm going to tell you all now because I got 238 of you here. One, we're doing a giveaway at the end of the stream, and only 66 of you liked the smash button. So everyone go like the smash button right now. Do it now. That number can go up. Just like the smash button. 2, while you're down there liking the smash button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. 3, while you're down there, enter to win some Polymaker filament. There's a link in the video description near the top. Enter, click that link, enter for your chance to win. We're going to do a giveaway for a spool of Polymaker filament at the end of stream, which is coming up soon. 4, check the video description, or correction, check what's pinned in chat. Polymaker is doing a big sale right now with like 35% off If you buy over like $150 in filament, you get a free spool, and then I think free shipping after a certain amount as well for Canada and the US. So click either that link or the Polymaker link in the video description. Disclosure, they are affiliate links, but they won't cost you anything extra. You're gonna save a bunch of money, and you're gonna help out the channel at the same time. So go do that. And then 5, I don't know, somebody become a channel member. Be cool, become a channel member. Check the last message, Wolf Pup. Well, now I gotta find it. Oh, look for page 6 of the SB condo where it talks about LEDs. Wolf Pup. Page 6. It'd be really nice if they labeled these pages with pages. There we go. Page 6. Status used for catapult indication by default. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It just normally you would get like at least a flicker of something. And the USB status is lights up connection, lights off. So there's no light on this one either, but it's set for CAN bus mode. So Durabun became a member. Cheers, Durabun. Or Durabun gifted a membership. So congratulations to Jordanots who became a channel member. Dang it. This is really annoying. Lights up, power supply okay. Turn off, power supply failure. So yeah, the fact that I'm not even getting the 3.3 volt LED to power up shows me something is wrong. Yeah. So if we don't have 3.3 volt, this MCU is dead. So yeah, right off the bat, we got a hardware issue. So yeah, we got a hardware issue. Damn it. So yeah, there we go. The fact that we don't have the 3.3 volt here, hardware issue right off the bat. Poopy. Yay. Now I get to rewire it all. And I don't think they'd be able, like, they might be able to get me replacement hardware in the next 4 days or 3 days, but I doubt it. CAN bus guide, you have to get your board's UUID. Graham, we know that. It's kind of hard to get UUIDs when the boards are dead. The board is dead. It does not function. I can take it and I can ring it and waterboard it, and it will not give up the UUIDs because it doesn't have UUIDs because the brain is dead. And cheers, Marcel, for 10 gifted memberships. Cheers and appreciated. TLDR for everyone just tuning in. The board should already be pre-flashed. It should have been literally connect everything, powered up, and the printer go boom. Okay? Well, go zoom. Not boom. Boom bad. The problem is nothing's talking to each other. And according to this, we don't even have 3.3 volts to the tool head, but we're getting 24 volts to the tool head. So that means the tool head board is dead because it's getting the 24 volts and it's not dropping it down to the 3.3 volts for the MCU. So something is dead. So, and yes, we all know about the 120 resistor. We know about that. It has it built into the tool head. It has ceased to function. Yes. So lights up, power supply okay. Turns off, power supply failure. So the fact that this isn't lighting up means it's got a faulty power supply in the board, which means the board has ceased to be. It does not function. It has given up its ghost. It lacks a soul. ChatGPT ain't gonna do squat. So yeah. And we can't fix it with zip ties, hopes, or dreams, unfortunately. So, if we check the 120 resistors UUID. What's a UUID of the jumper? No, not the pins, the actual jumper itself. Like, ready? Watch. I'm gonna do something here. Ready? Watch. I'm gonna get rid of that jumper that we put on here that doesn't do anything. Ready? Watch this. Okay, ready? Watch this. Okay, watch. Mobile. Okay, ready? Ready? Zoom. Okay. Hopefully that's in focus. Okay. So, see this? See that? It says 3.3 volts, okay? When I flip this switch, that should turn on. Okay, let me get out of the camera here so it doesn't turn on. Ready? 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 See how there's no light? Oh, wait. 1 second, sorry. Sorry. It helps if you plug in the printer. Okay, now the printer is plugged in. Okay. Okay, now there's light on the main board and the power supplies, but see how there's no light there? There's no light. That means this is dead. There ain't any UUIDs to UUID because the UUIDs need power to work and there ain't no power. So this is dead. It has ceased to function. It is dead. Oh God, the gray hair. Oh my, there's another one. What's this a gray hair? What's, oh my God. Ugh. Ugh, brother, ugh. Ugh. So yeah, it can't do anything. It's dead. Check the 420R. Yeah, brother. I checked the 420 resistor last night. It's all good, man. It's all good. Have I tried percussive maintenance? No, I haven't. Nope, not working. I tried. Oh, I completely forgot I had the soldering iron. I don't have like a power, a PD USB port out here, but I completely forgot. Buddy gave me this. Disconnecting everything on the tool head. Here's the thing, if I disconnected everything on the tool head and then plugged it all back in and it didn't work, that just puts it, like if I disconnect everything and it works and then I plug everything back in and it doesn't work, it's still bad. Nothing weird. We got bad hardware, bad electronics, bad electronics. Yeah, we got bad electronics, which basically we can't. I'm going to contact them, and then if I contact them and be like, hey dog, I built your printer and I powered it up and none of the UUIDs are showing up, and I think the CAN bus is bad, and then if whatever solution they recommend doesn't work, my next call is going to be at Luke at Big Tree Tech and be like, hey Luke, you guys want to sponsor a Kraken and a tool head board that you would use on the Phoenix? Because the Phoenix has the nice long CAN bus cables. Be like, hey, you want to sponsor some hardware and I'll make you a little video? And then boom, there we go. So yeah. You want me to test with none? I mean, here, I'll unplug everything. Let me unplug everything. Okay, so printer's off. So you want to unplug everything. Oh man, these are tight. Okay, you unplug. There we go. Oh my God, that did not want to come unplugged. Okay, that's unplugged. Trying to unplug this stuff is super annoying. Let's try. Okay, ear unplugged. Plug the heater. Okay, the only thing I can't really unplug is the, I can't really get at the USB port, or the, I can't unplug the fans at the front. I mean, actually I could. 1 second. Just take the whole front face off. Did I forget a super chat? Did I miss who was that? Did I miss that? Marcel, gifted 10 community membership. Did I thank you for that? If not, thank you again. And if I forgot the first time, sorry. Yeah, the power supplies power up fine. And they are set for 115. I did check the power supplies to ensure they are on the right voltage for North America, and they are. So the power supplies are good. I actually did check that yesterday. Okay, so there you go. All that's removed. So the only thing plugged in right now is limit switches. Here, I'll even unplug the cartographer. There, the cartographer is unplugged. So everything is unplugged. So here's the thing. I'm hoping nothing happens, because then I look like a fool. We got a 3.3 volt LED. We have a 3.3 volt LED now. Huh. Okay. Okay. That's the question. What was shorted now? The question is, though, no, here's the thing. We have to see if it boots. Because theoretically now, we should get a thermal runaway, because the thermistor's not plugged in. Everything else is plugged in. Or no, the CAN bus wouldn't be. It shouldn't see the cartographer. It should error out on the cartographer. Because the cartographer is not plugged in. Should error out on the cartographer. Damn it. Should error out on the cartographer. What happened? We unplugged everything. Scanner. Okay. So, if I okay. Okay. So let me see here. Okay, turn off the printer. Plug in the cartographer. I get it to plug in. Oh God, these are little plugs. Okay. Turn it back on. Okay, so now we got the cartographer plugged in. So now, gotta wait for it to boot up. If we get a thermal runaway here, because the light's on, I don't know if you can see it there, the 3.3 volts on. So now, the 3.3 volt is still on, the cartographer is plugged in, this should thermal runaway. It should thermal runaway, because I don't have a thermistor plugged in. I know the laptop's on the bed. If the printer starts moving, I'll just hit the stop. Come on. Let that do that. 1 second. Yeah, because that's on. So what's not plugged in? End stops aren't plugged in. LEDs aren't plugged in. So hopefully those LEDs are wired the right way up. I'm going to switch this over to 5 volt for the limit switches as well. So 5 volts on the limit switch, thermistor, hot end, and the fans on the front. Anything in here shorted? See anything shorted here? Oh, no, we still got an error. We still got an error. What do we got? Scanner. Okay, so scanner. Scanner unable to connect. Okay, let's go back. So it is set for CAN mode. Okay, it's getting 5 volts now. It is getting 5 volts. Still not seeing any light though. Still not seeing any light, but it is getting 5 volts. We are not lighting up at all for... Okay, so the scanner... Yes. Okay, let's see here. Machine, printer.cfg, devices, CAN2 refresh. It's still not seeing the UUIDs. Yeah, I removed the jumper. Yeah, it's still not seeing anything. Yeah, because they all should be on CAN2. And I'm getting nothing. No devices on CAN2. Okay. Pseudo service clipper stop. It's on CAN2. Nothing. Yep, we still have the 3.3 volt light, but I'm getting no light on the, and we are getting 5 volts to the cartographer now. The cartographer is reading 5 volts now, which would make sense because that has to be working to deliver 5 volts because the MCU has to do stuff. But yeah, the cartographer is getting 5 volts and it is set for CAN bus mode. But the fact that none of the UUIDs are still showing up really concerns me. Like, should I have that? Let me put that jumper back on. Let me put that jumper back on. Because that's the thing that kind of concerns me. Because what's his name? LTX is saying he doesn't have a jumper here and his works. So let me just put that jumper on and see if anything happens. Cartographer USB. It should be CAN bus. It should be CAN bus. It's set up for CAN bus. It's set up for CAN bus. It's looking for a UUID. Yeah, scanner. See, it's set up for CAN bus. Oh, no, no, it's still. Make sure that you don't have an assigned. It should all work. Like the way this is set up is you're supposed to not have to mess with anything. It should just be plug everything in and power it up and off you go. The fact that we're not getting any UUIDs at all is concerning me. Because while we are getting voltage now, okay, something was shorted. Hopefully that didn't take out anything. But the fact that we're not getting any UUIDs is kind of concerning to me. Like we're not even getting the MCU UUID. Oh, 1 second. So, yep, scanner. Shoot. Send me pictures. Yeah, so this is from LTX. He has one of these machines too. And his is wired up basically the same as mine. You have extra wires here. I don't have. Why do you have 3 24 volts? What else is tapping into the 24 volts? I don't have that. I only have 2 things. I only have 2 things plugged into the 24 volts. What else did you plug into the 24 volts? Why do you have 2 more things plugged into your 24 volt than me? Are we missing something here? Am I missing something here? Coming out with the cartographer? I could try that. Do I have to I should just be able to do the first one, right? Like if I comment out that, it basically ignores the whole thing. No, I would have to do the whole thing. You have an additional LEDs. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have the enclosure LEDs wired up. Why aren't you working? Okay, I am just gonna reach out to them and be like, "Yo, dog, your shit ain't talking. Your shit ain't talking here." You have a different LED running too. I think something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. I still got a feeling we got a hardware issue. Yeah, I don't have this LED on. I don't have this LED on. This LED right here, I don't have this on. But I think that's a MOSFET one for like, I don't know, something else. Because I don't have this wire here. And it is plugged into that. So black, green, white. Black, green, white, yep. And yeah, I don't have that. Oh yeah, that's just a MOSFET. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what is going on here. Something ain't right here. You could tell it's not working because it's... Can you connect everything but the cartographer? No, because the cartographer plugs into the tool head board, and the tool head board plugs into the controller board, when the controller board plugs into the main MCU. Software. None of the UUIDs are showing up. None of the, like, it is erroring out here on the scanner, but that doesn't matter because nothing is showing up. Okay, everything is plugged into CAN bus 2. You notice how we see no UUIDs? So the controller board, the tool head board, and the cartographer are not showing up at all. So, like, it's nothing is showing up on any of the CAN bus ports. Like, nothing is showing up. We got that. We got that showing up. Clipper is watching them. So the thing is though, when I stop Clipper, sudo clipper service stop. Clipper is stopped. Show me all the devices on CAN 2. None. So with Clipper not running, we're not seeing any UUIDs. And it's not just that. It's CAN 0, CAN 1, CAN 2. They should all be on CAN 2 though. So yeah, so nothing's showing up. I'm using Camera drone. I'm using whatever way it was sent as. Remember, this is all supposed to just work. I shouldn't be doing any of this right now because the way they have this kit designed, everything's pre-flashed. You just plug it all in and it just connects. So something's not working the way it's supposed to work. So this should all be working out of the box. And the fact that it's not showing up at all is not, something ain't right. So. So something ain't right here. And I got to end the stream anyways. We ran late because the wifey's got to go to work. So we're going to do the giveaway now. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker Filament, enter now for your chance because we're going to do the giveaway right now. And I'm going to email Fysetc after the stream ends and be like, yo dog, your printer kit ain't working. What do you say I should do? And we're going to do what they tell me to do. So. New kit. Somebody else who got this kit said they had to get new electronics for it to work. So we'll see. Fysetc should have a tech monitoring chat. That would be good if it wasn't 1 a.m. where they are right now. Fysetc's in China. China's 12 hours time difference. It's 1 a.m. there right now. So. Okay, let's do this giveaway. If you did not enter for your chance to win some Polymaker Filament, you will have another chance on Friday. Or you just buy some. Because it's on sale right now. 35% off Polymaker Filament. Link is pinned in chat. If you live in Canada, the US, and want to save a bunch of money, and stock up on filament now, because you know prices ain't going down anytime soon. So you might as well stock up now. Use those links, do some shopping. Save 35% and more if you buy more. But I think it's like you get a free spool at 150 or something like that. Save marbles. Say the tech has to be in China. Yeah, but dang it, there's an update to marbles. Are you seriously, Aaron? Yeah, you know what? You are. For some reason that Prusa doesn't like. That one Prusa Core 1 does not like printing with infill. I don't know what it is with this machine. I slice something for this machine with infill, or correction, with a lot of support, it prints fine. This machine, exact same G-code, don't work. No USB. Did I fry the USB doing that? Okay, cool. That fried the USB port. Control. Cool. I managed to fry a USB card. That's fun. Okay, well, let's do this giveaway. Get started. Cancel, whatever. Continue, race. Add names, clear, open. 206. Random, bots. 206. Play. Maybe that's why that printer was having issues with printing. The USB was bad. Okay. Oop, wrong button. How this works, if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker, but if I pick your ball and it's the super special, luckiest ball in the world, you also get a free hat. This one right here. Da Vinci, if you win, you get a free hat. Good luck. Good luck. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. Like the smash button, ring the bell, and be subscribed to the channel. It will grease your ball up and you'll get even better luck. Hopefully this is a quick one. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like the smash button. I'm not saying liking the smash button increases your odds of winning, but now that you know, are you really willing to whisk it? Wow, English, willing to whisk it. Are you willing to whisk it? Oh, Tin Talon with the snipe. Oh, and you missed it. Come on, Tin Talon, you got it. Tin Talon, go down the hole. Somebody's got to ramp off that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? See, this is the problem now. Now it gets all backed up, so eventually you don't want to be leading for this one. I was hoping this would be a short one. People keep falling off. Didn't we have this one on Friday's stream? Or Saturday's stream? Come on. Maybe that's why it wasn't printing well. Maybe it's a bad USB stick. Oop. Durabun in the lead. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, Durabun! It's yours to lose. Oh, you got it. Durabun with the win. Congratulations, Durabun. You will get yourself an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament. That's a mighty good dinosaur choice as well. Okay, we're gonna call it there. Shout out to Fysetc for providing the kit for this build series. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it working.
Dad,
Yes, Kel?
Mama is leaving.
I know, I'll be inside in a minute. Go inside. Okay, so we're gonna call it there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the printer working. I'm gonna reach out to Fysetc and see what they recommend, if I gotta replace hardware or if I should be reflashing it, but I'm giving it up. I'm gonna let them tell me what to do. It's their kit, and I wanna see what their troubleshooting method involves. So we'll do that. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool giveaway this filament. Yeah, I can speak English sometimes, you know that. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Some of them, like the, where'd I put it? Where'd I put my gamer subs? Gamer subs, Gloop, Vision Miner, use code Canuck, save some money. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. I'm Taylor, Canuck creator. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you on Friday, and hopefully we have some updates on what to do with the printer. Good night.